Hey guys, it is good to be with you today. We had a really good week of VBS last week. Had averaged about 66 kids a night. Had about the same amount of workers there every night, which just blew me away. The amount of people that were willing to show up for 5 nights in a row uh, to make an impact in these kids' lives. It was so humbling to be a part of. Uh, but one of the things I love about Vacation Bible School is you get a chance to see kids really kind of focus in on what matters, to kind of step out of the usual and the routine for a week and really kind of zero in on what it is that matters in life. And we even saw several students um, accept Christ for the very first time into their lives. And it was just a really cool reminder of why we do what we do and what really matters. And one of the things I want to kind of press in on this week or this month, I'm sorry, is that kids are ready spiritually. One of the things I love about Jesus is that he always seemed to know when people were ready, when they were ready to have conversations, when they were ready to talk about the things that really mattered. Um, and when they were ready, that's when he had the conversation. It a lot of times it does kind of has kind of the opposite effect when you try to press in on things that people aren't ready to talk about. But there's a story in Scripture where Jesus approaches this woman at a well, and what he knew about this woman was that she was she was a part of a group of people that were oppressed spiritually. They'd been told that they were outcasts, that God really didn't want to have anything to do with them. And she was also a woman who had been married 5 times and now was with another guy. And just a trail of broken relationships. And so Jesus approaches her and just can tell from the things that she's talking about that she's ready to have real conversations that matter. And throughout the course of this conversation, uh, she falls in love with who Jesus is and what he's all about. And and the story basically goes on to say that she goes and tells everyone that she knows about this guy named Jesus that she's met. And and that's my hope. That's what I hope for in our kids ministry, is that these kids would have this interaction with Jesus, and that they would fall in love with who he is, and can't wait to go tell everyone they know about this guy named Jesus that they've met and stepped into a relationship with. And and so how do we know? How do we know when kids are ready? Now kids are very open. Kids a lot of times don't hide the things that we try to hide as adults. They're very open. But having said that, there are times when kids are really ready. And so how do we know? How do we know when they're ready for that? Well, I think first of all, you can tell by the answers they give. So if you ask questions and and a kid doesn't really want to talk, they don't really want to answer those things, they don't really want to think about it, then maybe they're not ready to kind of go to a deeper place. But if a kid is willing to answer, and you can just tell that there's something in them that wants to know more and they want to go deeper, um, that it'll give you an idea of who's ready. Um, so I think just listening to their answers. I think the other thing is, do they want to talk to you? Not even necessarily about spiritual things, but do they want to talk to you? Do they want to? Do you find them wanting to be around you, wanting to help you, wanting to do things for you? Um, that's a way of a kid reaching out to you to say that they're interested in what you bring to the table. You show up there once a month, and you love them, and you care for them, and you teach them, and as they start to see what you're all about, they want to know more about what you have to offer. So I think those are kind of the two big things. Listen to their answers, and are they attached to you? Do they want to be around you and want to know what you have to offer? And when they do, I think those are the times when maybe after class is over, but before the parents come, just kind of pull them aside and say, "Hey, how are things going?" Say, ask them open-ended questions, questions that they can answer yes or no to, but they have to give you an answer that's thought out. Just asking them questions about what they think about God, what they think about Jesus. Just give them the platform to talk, and you may find that they're ready to have serious conversations about who Jesus is and what he's all about. Um, so there are kids that are ready, and they're ready to really fall in love with this guy named Jesus, and they're ready to interact with him and then go tell everyone they know about him. So again, listen to their answers, and just kind of watch and notice and see if they want to be around you as the leader, because they're probably hungry for something that you have to offer. So again, thank you guys for everything. Thank you for all you do. You are making an impact in the lives of kids and leading them to Jesus, and there is no greater calling than that. So again, thank you for all you do, and we'll see you next month.